Hello, I just want to make a video on the process of analysing syllogisms. Uh, for someone who has spent a bit of time teaching poetry and for my students who have also taken our poetry courses, I'd like to say that analysing a syllogism is very similar to analysing a poem. Okay, what do I mean by that? I mean that there are certain consistent and recurrent uh, processes that we go through when we are trying to discern the structure of a syllogism. And as unpacking the structure of a poem, its rhyme, its meter, um, its recurrent themes, uh, helps us to have a deeper appreciation of the technical sophistication of a poem that we otherwise would have missed. So too, unpacking the technical features of a syllogism helps us to appreciate what a marvelous invention this was, and what a genius Aristotle was in creating a such a sophisticated tool um, for reasoning. That that is what a syllogism is, a tool for reasoning. Um, uh, and it was an immensely sophisticated one. So don't be fooled by the apparent simplicity of the three-line syllogism. Um, it's far from a simplistic entity. In actual fact, it's a complex tool with lots going on, even in its short form. So, what do I do when analysing a syllogism? Uh, First of all, you look for the subject and predicate. Second, you try and get a feel for the overall structure. Which of the four structures does the syllogism take? The A structure, the E structure, the I structure, or the O structure? Then I'll look at the terms. Are the terms clear or unclear? This is crucial. Clear insofar as it's possible for terms to be clear, but that's a whole another argument. Uh, what are the what is the major term, the P term, the minor term, the S term, and crucially also the middle term, the M term, and then take a step back and have a look at each individual sentence, that is the propositions. Are they true or are they false? And we're just here, we're able to speak of truth and falsity here in light of Tarski's famous T schema, that is, the grass is green if and only if the grass is in fact green. That kind of very tautological, mundane, common sense term. And that's why Tarski used terms like green and grass, or the snow is white, snow and white, because these are very clear terms. Snow, grass, green, white. These are clear, unambiguous terms. And when we talk about true in relation to proposition, that's all we're after. We're just after, something, a clear, unambiguous, descriptive truth. It's not we're not looking for anything deep in the truth of at the propositional level. So okay, so and then once we've done that, we can go through the whole syllogism and gauge its argument, whether it's valid or invalid. And to do that properly, we really need Aristotle's 6 rules. So once we've gone through Aristotle's 6 rules and ensured that the syllogism hasn't violated any of these, then we have we've done our homework. We've combed through the syllogism, and we have good reason to believe that we are correct in ascribing truth or ascribing validity or invalidity to the argument in question, to the syllogism in question. And that's basically it. It's an act of combing through, pulling apart, Sometimes you can, you can pull apart by pull the syllogism apart, make circles, diagrams, as well to show how the various terms and propositions relate to each other. I think it's a worthy exercise to do that for a few syllogisms, to really pull them apart as if you were pulling a poem apart, and to identify its elemental features, identify its overall structure, um, and once you can do that, I think it's a good exercise on engaging with deductive logic at its most foundational level. And it will help you to give an appreciation of the important, well, the civilizational changing innovations of Aristotle. Um, so, okay, so have a go, find a syllogism, and unpack the elements that I've referred to, and let me know how you go. Thanks.